because I am not my hair. Hey to all the Loc Queens and Loc Kings and the Locksters out there in the locked community. So thank you so much for joining me for this special multi-episode series on Loc Talk with Chatty Ashley. I think you're going to enjoy this episode and should be very informative and entertaining. I hope that you learned something about locks that maybe you didn't know before. Maybe you'll pick up a couple of tips and tricks and whatnot, and you'll see how Chatty Ashley got me all the way together. Enjoy! Hey Chatty Ashley, thank you so much for having me. Sorry about that, Chatty Ashley. Sorry. So yeah, thanks for having me. You know, I'm really excited to, sit down and talk with you, Chatty Ashley. You know, everybody out there has so many questions for you about your locks. So thank you so much for having me. Did you want some wine? Did you want some of this Black Girl Magic wine by the McBride sisters? Sure, I would love some wine. Yes, please. Oh, you do? Okay, great. I'll get you some, girl. Okay, you don't want water? No, I wouldn't want water either. Okay, let's go ahead and let's cheers. Cheers. All right, so let's just get into it. Let's, talk about your locks. So interested. Chatty Ashley, why did you get locks? Go ahead and go share with me. What's your story? Just want to start off and say, hi out there to all of the Locksters, and I'm really happy to be here. And okay, that's a really good question. Why did I get locks? Well, I was always inspired by Lauryn Hill. Oh my gosh, I always thought that Lauryn Hill's locks were so gorgeous and so beautiful and just so carefree. And I wanted that for myself. And it just took me so many years to work up the nerve to get locks. This is not my first set, it's my second set of locks actually. So I had locks back in 2013 all the way up until about 2018. Yeah, I had them for 5 years and I cut them off, but that's a whole different story. And after just, being a loose natural for about 6 months, I wanted my locks back. But last but not least, I would be remiss if I didn't mention my love of natural hair when I was a teenager. I love wearing my hair in braids. I love my afro, and I just could not maintain that because every 4 to 6 weeks my mother was always conking my hair down with a relaxer. Okay, so I've always had a love affair with just being natural, and I just did not have the ability and I did not have the control or the freedom to wear my hair as I wanted to when I was like a child. Okay, so that definitely plays a big role in my natural hair and my lock journey as a woman. So please include that. That's super uber duper important to mention that braids, it could be, factored in. But otherwise, I didn't really even know my natural hair texture until I was like in my 20s, and I was just so marveled at it, and I wanted to nurture it, and that manifested into natural hair freedom and self-actualization, self-love, and then locks. Interesting. Okay, and who does your locks? Thank you for asking that question. I do my own locks. I've always been a DIYer as far as my locks are concerned because I'm kind of cheap. Like, I don't want to pay anybody to do my locks. I feel like I should know as a woman how to take care of my own hair. And then if I have children, I need to know how to, take care of their hair. So I need to, start with myself with self-care. So I learned how to do locks from YouTube videos, actually. And someone do my previous set like 2 times because I just wanted to make sure that I was doing them correctly and that I was using, good products and my methods were sound. So I am my primary loctician. Let's get this controversial topic out of the way. Do you have locks or do you have dreadlocks? Wow, Ashley, what a very insightful and thoughtful question that you're bringing to me. Everybody just says, hey, it's just semantics, it's wordplay, but it's not. Okay, words mean what they mean. That's why we have dictionaries, right? So I have locks. I do not have dreadlocks because, the word dread or dreadful has a negative connotation. And no one from back then who had locks was calling them dreadlocks. They weren't even calling them locks. They're just calling them hair, right? Whatever their, word for hair was in their, native tongue. So I do not have dreadlocks. People really need to think about that. It really is deep and it really does mean something to me. I have hair, I have locks. There's nothing scary or sad or frightening about my hair. My hair is beautiful. Okay, so I have locks, not dreadlocks. And specifically, I have inner locks or micro locks because I do not maintain my locks in a traditional manner with retwisting or palm rolling. So I have locks. And these questions, Chatty Ashley, I must say, girl, you must have a degree in journalism and mass communication from the University of Iowa. And maybe a teaching degree as well from Augusta State. Tell us about your lock journey. How old are they and when were they established? November of 2019. Chatty Ashley, are your locks, are they real? My locks are not. Can I touch your hair? Can I? I just want to touch them. Can I smell your locks? No. No, you may not. No, girl. No. Okay, so you have micro locks or inner locks, traditional locks. What are they? I have inner locks or micro locks. I do not have traditional locks. So traditional locks are maintained through a retwisting and a palm rolling. Well, with inner locks, it's more like a weaving and not weave like, tracks and glue and things like that. It's all my hair. It's natural, okay? I am a part of the natural community. So what you do is you take your inner lock, you isolate it so you're only dealing with that one lock, and you are going to weave it through. Wow, this turned out to be a very insightful and informative conversation with Chatty Ashley and Chatty Ashley about Chatty Ashley's locks. I have questions for Chatty Ashley, okay? I'm on the editing floor and I'm like, I want more commentary about her childhood and getting her hair conked down and why. Why did her mother choose to get her a relaxer? So on the next show, we're going to talk about that a little bit more. It's not completely, about locks, but it is a part of her natural hair journey. So we're going to get some follow-up questions on her childhood experience with her hair. And I hope that you all enjoyed this first episode of Loc Talk with Chatty Ashley and Chatty Ashley. So in the next episode, we're going to discuss washing our hair. You know, why is that so controversial within the Loc community and within the Black community and the world as a whole? Why are people so concerned about how often we wash our hair? Also, we'll talk about color and we'll talk about retying. All right, see you next time.